Don't lie, every kid ever has wanted to do this. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Kirby's Epic Yarn. In the last episode, we went to the beach and we discovered the depths of the ocean as well. And in this episode, we're going to be heading to a required part of the normal gameplay island. So let's get to it. Alright, now this level, I'm going to say straight up, I'm liable to miss a few things here. So as you can see, we've shipwrecked on an island, and aw, this music is far too happy for shipwrecking on an island, but oh well, I don't care. I like living a happy life. Anyway, right over here we have a new enemy, the button bug. Just like the button bee, it splits off into 3. The only difference is that when it's going after you to sting you, it will continue to home in on you until it gets stuck or until you attack it, whichever comes first. So they're a lot more aggressive. You know, kind of like the bugs you'd expect to find in a swamp on a tropical island or something like that. Up here, this is kind of an example of this island's level design. You don't want to pull every tab as soon as you see it, because you can miss out on stuff like that 2-star tab. It's very realistic that you could miss out on some really important stuff in this level, and it's kind of crappy when stuff like that happens, so let's just... Oh, whoa, God, no. Jump around a bit. And now we can actually explore a bit. So yeah, this level is kind of about having things that you can't undo, but you have to know when to pull on those buttons, but if you do it too soon, you'll screw up. It's also 2 layers of foreground and a background, and those spikes that are in the foreground, they will not hurt you in the background, so it's always good to remember that you can go through walls in the background. The good thing to look for is you see the stitching, how the floor is attached to those patches down there. If it doesn't have that stitching, that means you can walk through it in the background. Like, let's see here. You can see how the stitching is lighter down there. That's an area that you can walk through, so that's kind of cool. So that aside, though, if you go over here, you have yourself a treasure chest patch, and we get ourselves the treasure rug. Now, you actually didn't need to go up and around. You can if you want to get that crystal star, but if you just want to skip on through, this is a through way that you can go through. A through way that you can go through. And alternatively, you also can pull that down, and that will go ahead and get you some beads right there. So, right off the bat, we got some weird level design, kind of something you'd expect to find in a very different place. So as you see right there, the stitching does not go all the way through. And I want to go back into the foreground, but there we go, okay. Let's see. Oh god, no, not this part. Okay, I remember this part. This is a part that I know about whenever I play this level. You grab the Waddle Dee's bow, and you can get yourself a crystal star right there, but that's not all. You got some Gordo. Okay, wait, no, never mind. This is not quite the section I'm thinking of. This section's not that bad. You just have Gordos going up and down these ladders, and you can just slide down the ladder to get the beads. Don't just jump off before the Gordo hits you. It's not really that complicated. But there is something coming up that kind of is. And actually, you know what? I do want to check what's up here. I'm very paranoid about missing stuff in this level, just because I remember it being kind of bad with that. And I hope I didn't mess up. I really hope I didn't. Can I get these beads back here? Yes, I can. Okay. So, what you're going to want to do right here is actually kind of cool. You want to have this Waddle Dee facing the direction of your whip, and you want to throw that. And that'll get you that, which contains... Oh my god, it's exclamation mark, oh my god, I gotta get it, I gotta catch it, come on, move faster, I want to grab you, See, I really just need to, lay off the sugar before I record. Actually, no, you guys would probably be mad at me if I laid off the sugar before recording, and it's gonna go on that fossil right there. But we're in the background, so we need to get into the foreground so we can do something about that. So let's grab all those, and... You know, that scientist on Cinnabar Island, he really needs to attach these things to his fossils, because we have resurrected a dodo! Oh my god. Anyone who says they didn't want a dodo as a kid is lying. Wouldn't you just love a dodo, you know, just ride around in it and just be like, mush, 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 come on, hop to it, ride, mush! That's one use for the whip, is telling your pet dodo to mush. Now, something that I actually skipped over that I want to grab really quick is right over here. We have this little pull out, these platforms, and you can get stuff up here. You might also notice there was a crystal star up there. That lower path that I chose not to go on earlier actually kind of screwed me because there was a crystal star on that, so keep that in mind. So yeah, I missed one thing in this level's design. I was hoping that I could have kind of a perfect run of this level, but when you're kind of leaving it up to memory and live game commentating skills, you're going to have some mistakes here and there. Either way... Try to get out of the habit of saying either way too much, so I'm saying either way this time. Ugh. Need to not do that either. Not do that either. Huh? Oh. Okay, so, right up here, we got a crystal star. Got a lot of stuff we can grab. And, uh-oh, this doesn't look good. Let's get all this. Let's hop over here and let's grab this. Okay, now, before we go onward, though, I actually do want to backtrack a bit to show you something really, really jerkish in this level. Okay, so you see these blocks right here, right? There's a bow waddle up there. Okay, it's like, well, okay, just grab the arrow and launch it at those things. Well, the ground's uneven down there, so you aren't supposed to do that. What you're supposed to do is go back there, go through this path that is behind them, grab this Waddle Dee's bow, and then do that. Go back, flip back, grab its arrow, and do this. From doing that, we can now go back in here, and oh, look at the Waddle Dee. It's going to tackle me even though that wouldn't do any damage. We're going to stand in his head. Let's see. Aw, he's sad that we're standing on his head. Hey! Hey, you woke up when I yelled, hey! I am not that boring to have standing on your head. How dare you? Oh, well. I like how just interactive the enemies are here. Anyway, this is your 3-star patch. Now, I said this was jerkish. You know, it's just, you know, this 3-star patch. I have something to show you at the end of this level that is ridiculous. So we have all of our items, we have our 3-star patch, we just need our 5-star patch, okay? So we don't really need that much more. We already have pretty much guaranteed gold rank too, so we can kind of just not really have to worry about getting beads all that much. Shut up! God, I have terrible timing. Every time I speak up. Oh, no, Crystal! Oh, man! I saw it right as it was disappearing. I didn't notice it up there because my score thing was covering it up. Hey. Anyway, I actually don't know what these things are supposed to be. They look kind of like manta rays, but I'm sure they're supposed to be some kind of extinct species of flight animal or like flying animal or something. They don't look like pterodactyls to me. Maybe they're just from the side view, so I don't notice what they are. But I never actually knew what those things were called. And whoa, whoa, no, I was on him. Come on. You are not losing me my money again. What you're supposed to do that I failed at doing is you're supposed to flip into the foreground while that's there. And you can get higher on these platforms. That's really just all there is to that. But if I can get up here, come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't want to miss out on any more beads. I don't want to, like, risk not getting stuff. Okay. So, we're up here. You can go up here from either direction. Doesn't really matter. But what kind of does matter is over here. You see the 5-star patch? Frankly, you would have to be really damn unobservant to find that. And it's just... why do they hide the 3-star patch so well? And that's just like, this isn't the only level like that. Honestly, I find the 3-star patch is the one I always have the most trouble finding. Like, in a lot of levels. Like, how many levels have I completed where I had 2 stars and the 5 stars, but not the 3 stars? But oh well. Let's just get ourselves 5 stars, and... oh god, that's going way too fast. That's not going to land on 5 stars. Oh wow, it actually did! Okay. No matter what I would have gotten, I would have still gotten the gold rank, so I wasn't really thinking I wouldn't have gotten it, but hey. And, ooh, we get a heart patch. We get to make 2 people fall in love, you know? Lots of making outing on the docks at the beach, you know? That's a theme of having a good day at the beach, just like the rest of Waterland. And I have to say, I like the music in that level. Even though it's music we already heard before, that didn't stop me a few videos ago when I stopped to have you listen to the music when it was a song we'd already heard in Rainbow Falls. I thought that was kind of funny. I was going to edit it out, but I thought it'd be funny to leave in the video. But anyway. Face! Oh my god, it's a pedophile! No, okay. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt that that's like a mother and daughter, or daughter and father, or something like that. I don't know. Being honest, can you really tell what gender this thing is? I called it a thing, and I just called the thing an it. I'm insensitive. Either way, this right here is one of my favorite levels. And again, you're going to be going like, wait, another underwater level? Like, how's this going to be different from the previous one? Well, I'd like you to listen to the music. I love this music. So ambient, so atmospheric of just going on an underwater exploration. It just, I love this song. This song, at least I think it's up there with underwater atmospheric themes like Dire Dire Docks and aquatic ambience from Donkey Kong Country. There's just... This song is incredible. It's brilliant. And to get it together with the visuals sets the mood perfectly. Just the music of this level has made it memorable to me alone. But as if that wasn't enough, this game's brilliant style and just incredible atmosphere, incredible art design, and just everything about it has made this level just that much more memorable. Anyway, back there we had a new enemy called an Ampri, and right here we have a new enemy called the Dangled Fish. Just simply getting out of the way of it trying to suck you in will make it tired. I don't know how that works, but if you stay in front of it, all it'll do is just keep trying to suck you in. It will not try to rest until you get out of the way. You can grab its antenna, and there you go. We have our first item back here. Items aren't really that tough to miss. We got our dangler light right there from the Dangled Fish. Not really tough. Some Gordos right there. Not difficult to avoid, though. They're not really out to hurt you. And right here, we are going to have a bit of a chase scene right here. So we're going to get these underwater volcanoes out of our way, and we're going to try to see if we can collect a bunch of the beads along the way, seeing how we can do. And uh-oh, that could have been bad. I thought I should correct myself, actually. I was right about the Sawgills, but I was actually wrong about another enemy name. I was wrong about the Sea Jellies. Turns out the enemy in Mushroom Forest is indeed called the Sea Jelly, not a Spore Jelly. The comment that tipped me off to that was wrong. It is actually a Sea Jelly, and the ones in here are Jelly Juniors. The thing is, I was unsure about the enemy name, so I was thinking like, oh, okay, so I'm wrong there, right? When somebody tried to correct me on it. And, aw, this guy's stuck. I like how his head is, like, perfectly molded to the cavern. It's like he was meant to get stuck there by a designer or something. Sorry about that. I was having a bit of a coughing fit. It's like I really was stuck underwater for a while. Right here, we have a Metamortex, and guess what? Dolphin Kirby time. And you're probably thinking, like, okay, well, like, what's so great about this? You know, you already, like, raved about just, like, how great the Dolphin Kirby is. Well, we get to go on land a bit here, and you get to see how Dolphin Kirby moves on land, which is kind of nice. But what's really, really cool about this is that we get to, you know, we get to start off by doing the things that we've already done with this form. We get to breach out of the water and get ourselves some beads in the process. But the thing is, we're going through a sunken ship now. We're going to be exploring a sunken ship. In here we have these enemies. I didn't say their names earlier because I wanted to be quiet for the music. They're called Ampries. So they, as far as I know, are invincible. You can't do anything to them no matter where you are. You can try launching enemies at them. It won't do a thing. You can try whipping the back of them. You can grab the beads that are on the back of them. And it just, I don't think anything works. Anything that I've tried at least does not work. As far as I know, Ampries are invincible, and they're more so level hazards than enemies. That would have been really lame if I just got done complimenting this level and how memorable it was to me and just ended up not getting my gold rank on this level. It's like how on my favorite level, Melody Town, I almost didn't get it. Speaking of that, there were some people being like, I don't get what's so special about Melody Town. All it does is just make sounds when you walk on stuff. And maybe so, but that's cool. Come on. You can't deny how cool the sound in Melody Town is and just how fun it is to make music like that. But either way. There I go saying either way again. Oddly, there's a propeller on the ship. I guess it's a bit more modern than it looked from how creaky and wooden it was, but either way. But regardless, we have yet another chase scene right here, but we're a dolphin this time, meaning that we can go much quicker. You can also use your nose to blast through those blocks, which can get you some nice stuff. You can also go through the Sawgills, no problem. Let's just swim on down, swim up here, grab our 5 stars, go through those, and it's stuck. But there's yet another one hiding right here. So we're going to have an upward chase scene. Woo! Man, this is exciting, but it's also relaxing at the same time. I just love it so, so much. Woohoo! And we do a flip. And there we go. Gold rank, all the collectibles. We arrive in a very Neptune's Palace type place from Kingdom Hearts 1. It looks just like it. And let's get 5 stars. Ah, 2 stars. Oh well, we still get to see our long dance with Kirby and Prince Fluff. I think the last level that I was in was the only time that I ever would have actually had the possibility of not getting a gold rank had I not gotten any star patches along the way. But yes, we now have our gold rank. We have completed many levels, and we got ourselves a Octopus Nook patch. I thought it was gonna be a pot patch, but yeah, Octopus Nook patch. So it's a combination of Octavian and Tom Nook? No, okay. So, let's do that, and man, I really hope this pod isn't too big, because if it was too big, he might get sucked out into space. Okay, no, he's got plenty of room in there. Just don't burrow into the walls. And you know what? I want to see what that looks like played one frame at a time. I'm going to slow that down for you guys so you can see that, because I bet it looks hilarious. Plenty of room in there. Just don't burrow into the walls. And I haven't gotten to see it yet because I'm doing a live recording and I do all my commentary live with very few exceptions. There's only been a few times I've had to do post-commentary for a whole video, which I think last time was like Pokemon Crystal I wanted to do. Anyway though, Kapamari! Yes, not as bad of a pun as Hot Wings, but we have a boss here. I probably would have saved this for another video, but I felt like you guys kind of got cheated on progress last time when I did that, but I'm just a tadpole, I'm hanging out, I'm having a good time here in the water, this feels so good. I just am having a nice relaxing time, this is so great. Oh! Tadpole versus Squid, yes. Place your bets, who will win, the tadpole or the squid? He's gonna have his tentacles right off the bat, you just gotta get away from them. If you cannot get away from them like this, you can just swim quickly when you are not grabbing onto him, because you swim a little bit slower when you are like this. Not by much, though. And from doing that, we can launch that at his face. You can also alternatively grab his tentacles and launch them at his face. And you will get a ton of beads! Oh, thanks for throwing me into them. Thanks for that tentacle. The blue areas of the tentacle are also part of the background, as odd as that is. So, should you want to do that, you can just go into the blue areas. And like I've said, grabbing the tentacles and throwing them at him, as well as the ball of yarn that you get from his head, is actually how you get your platinum rank for this. And, oh, he's mad that we made him bald! It's like that minigame in WarioWare where you cut the hair. Alright, so here we go. This is really freaking cool. So he turns from an octopus to a squid, and now he disappears into a mesh of ink. Yeah, that is so cool. You launch that, and I launched it at the tentacle. Let's launch it at his eyes. That will stun him, and we can toss him at the wall. I think we are already pretty good on our platinum rank, actually. So that takes care of him once. He's going to start launching his way around, and that'll make some gems appear that you can grab. You don't want to get in his way. However, any beads that are in his way will get destroyed by him. So you want to make sure to grab them before he dashes through them, because the bubbles getting destroyed equals them getting destroyed. Right here, you need to be really careful. You need to not get hit by any of them. Hold on to one of these. And then whichever one he comes out of, you need to hit him with it. Grab his head again, and then boom! That does it for Kapamari. Pretty easy boss, but very creative indeed. And Prince Fluff, the tadpole look suits you, and so does the anchor look, apparently. Oh, that is so adorable! They're just like two little tadpoles, and they're just like smiling together, and they're just like posing like that, and they're dancing around. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm done. I am done. I apologize.
We did it! We got the magic yarn! The magic yarn shimmered and spiraled and swirled high into the sky. The yarn weaved its way into the fabric of the kingdom and stitched two pieces of patch land together. Back in Dreamland, it was total chaos over at Castle DDD. What is going on here? It appeared that Yin Yarn's Waddle Dee imposters had captured all of the real Waddle Dees. You can't be mean to my Waddle Dees. Only I can be mean to my Waddle Dees. That was when Yin Yarn's troops decided to show King DDD who was boss. Hey, that tickles. Okay, that hurts. Yeah, Uncle. And in no time, they had King DDD wrapped up like a birthday present.
Kinky.
Only one more step and Dreamland will be mine. What an honor to have a king serving me. Yin Yarn's sock began to glow and sucked King DDD right inside. Dreamland will be mine. Not sure what I'll do with it, but I'll figure something out. Could no one stop Yin Yarn from tearing apart the very fabric of Dreamland?
After even more bad puns, we have now opened up the next world, Snowland. But before heading there, we now have a secret level unlocked from getting platinum rank on Kapamari. So we got ourselves a pirate's treasure map. Wow, the map really did lead us to the treasure. Because I threw it and it actually went to the treasure? Alright, alright. But we have, quite possibly, one of the most difficult levels in Kirby's Epic Yarn. The Boom Boatyard, which we'll be taking on in the next episode. See you guys then. Oh my god, I want to ride the dodo. Mush! 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 Mush!